Not sure why that happened. Let's just wait till the three of you get back in. There's a television in the background. I think it was, I'm not sure if it was, can you guys hear the music, or is that what the problem is? Can you hear the songs that are playing in the background? Because I think it blocked me just then. I think it turned my screen off. I noticed that there was a television there behind me, and maybe it was picking up on that. The list is Luna there. That's Meh. So she's first with a mini. And then we've got you, Chris, with your double detailed reading. And then we've got Bethel with a detailed reading. You can't hear the music, so it has to be that television. Okay, I'll keep my head in front of the television. I think it's what's that saying now? It just said something on my screen about the video, so I don't know what's going on. All right, so you can hear me talking. Everything's working. All right, so Dolce Bella Luna, your question, please. You're first on the list. Put a cross through that we're all stopped now because we have the readings. Hopefully Bethel gets back in. If she doesn't, she'll probably send it on WhatsApp or something. You can hear me, but you can't hear the music. Good. I've got a feeling that they blocked my video because of that television. Yeah, it would have been showing probably advertising or something, and it picked up on it and went boom and turned the screen off. We'll soon see. We'll see what happens. Now, Chris, if while I'm reading and that, if something happens, just put my name and put, I don't know, some blue dots or something all across the screen, like what you've done there with closed. Put something on the screen to get my attention, to go, can't hear you or whatever. Yeah, or that it's paused or whatever. I should link WhatsApp messages to here, but a whole load of them will come in because I've got a lot of people on there. All right, we're waiting for Dolce Bella Luna. Are you Italian? Because that's Italian, isn't it? I know Bella is beautiful, Luna is moon. I don't know what Dolce is, though. Dolce Bella Luna. Okay, so we're just waiting for Christmas. You're here, a question, not Christmas. Yes, we are waiting for Christmas. So Dolce Bella Luna, question, please. I've only got like 40 minutes left online and I've got to leave. And people, I didn't think people were coming in for lunch. It was completely empty. I should have went live straight away when I got here. I will be here again on Saturday, but I doubt that I'd be able to go on live. I'm pretty sure they'll have something in here because it's everything. Everybody's having a Christmas thing. Email. I can't go out of this and go check emails. Let me go have a quick look. 100 emails and I have no idea. Will you pass the exam? 100 emails and I have no idea. Will you pass the exam? Okay, let's have a look. I thought we already did that and I sent it to you. Okay, but anyway, let's have a look. I'll say your name in my head. How will you go with the exam? Well, it's looking good. Not only passing the exam, but a job and money. The money isn't as high as it should be, though. Oh, that's enough. That's a mini, isn't it? Just the bottom card. Okay, so this is your learning, your brain, your thought pattern. This is all the test results and study and what you've been doing and learning. This is you being very happy with the questions and how they go and everything. This is the work. So see how this is even, 10 and 10. So this is where you're prepared, you've done the best you can do. And then the 8 of diamonds is showing me success. This is almost like a celebration of what you've done. But it also represents that your test, to me, it looks like, yes, you're going to pass. But the job that you get, the work would be, the money doesn't match the work. So let's say I went to work in a shop and I was doing management or something like that. And I'm getting paid like an assistant manager, or I'm getting paid like someone that just works behind a cash register or something. So it looks like not only will you pass the test, but your options for jobs with what you're doing, it looks like it's slightly down in regards to the money, but it's still good money, okay? So let's say you were thinking you're going to get $1,000 a fortnight. It's more likely $800 a fortnight. Still good money, but it's not great. You know, it's not where it should be. A lot of stress going on about this examination. This is you. You've got things squared away in your mind with what you do. You've got some stuff from the past that sort of interferes with your learning, with what you do. So what I mean by that is if you were taught to do nails, right? And a lady taught you for 2 years that you have to do this and you have to do that. And then when you did this new thing, you were taught totally different to what you know. So I do feel that part of the test was where you weren't sure which way you should do things, okay, because of learning things in a different manner from 2 different people, or your understanding of what it looks like. Your outcome is all your study and your hard work. This is sort of like somebody in charge or the teacher or whatever. Don't worry that it's a king. It's like the teacher and everything because they're sitting next to the 4. This is assisted learning and helping and all of that sort of thing. Things going in a direction that you didn't expect because of somebody else that changed something. Your outcome cards are showing you're a bit concerned that it wasn't the way you wanted. You're a bit concerned and worried. This is sort of like it was more than you expected, but you do get a nice return in the end. So you did the course, you're doing the exam. The whole reason for doing it was what? To get employment in that field, right? So I do feel that, yes, you will get employment. It's not going to be in line with where you thought you'd be, but at the end of the day, it's turning around in the way you like it. Okay, so let's just see what we've got over here. It's fun. Yeah, the sterile processing tech. Yeah, I remembered that. How will 3 from the top, 3 from the bottom. Let's make sure they're upright. That was the karma wheel that was at the bottom when I turned over to see if they were upright, and it was upright and good. So that's good fortune coming to you. You've got to stop stressing. I mean, your first card out in the tarot about this whole thing is that you're stressing yourself out. You must be like me. Like I've got an interview next week, and the moment I knew I had this interview, it's for medical things and everything, nothing to do with the job or whatever. I've been round and round and round in my head. When I go to sleep, if I'm not tired, I'm thinking about it. And as soon as I wake up, I start thinking about what they're going to ask me, what I've got to say. I wrote things down. That's it. So you sound like me where you're just overthinking the whole bloody thing. You don't want to fail. I'm not seeing failure at all. Not seeing any cards that represent failure. You had 2 aces upright. That normally means the 2 documents and passing. So there's 2 sections. There's something where either you didn't get the marks that you wanted for a particular area. So you may have to start just below where you want to be, but eventually it will work out. Okay. You've got the World card here, so things coming to an end, finally done, and starting to look at where your options lay. Star is upside down. So when I see star, as you know, is you're wishing, you're hoping, you're dreaming for things. When it's like this is fear of the unknown, fear of change, wishing for things that maybe you shouldn't, like let's say you didn't like somebody and then you wish that person harm. That's really not a good thing to be wishing for. It can be careful what you're wishing for because it just might happen. So let's say you're wishing to get XYZ and you get it. And then once you're there, you go, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have wished for this. This is not what I want. But also I just feel like the wish card coming out in reverse can simply mean that the things you're wanting, that you're hoping for, they're there, but they're just still out of reach just a little bit. At the bottom of the deck, you're getting very impatient with everything. You just want everything done. You want to know, you want it over with. So that's just impatience. Again, you've got the Hermit. The Hermit is about taking time out, slowing down, just relaxing and go with the flow. It's in reverse. This is impatience again that I'm feeling with all of this. But your end card, your end result is the Empress. This is somebody knowledgeable. She knows a lot of different things. You've got a lot of options going to become available to you, and you've got people going to desire you. Now, we're asking about a job. I'm not talking about romance, but people are going to want you to work for them, want you to do whatever it is you do. I do feel that this is telling about multi-talented, though. So it could be where I remember when my daughter was working in beauty therapies, and she was just a beauty therapist. Well, not just, but you know what I mean? Like she was doing pedicures and manicures and facials and massage and all of that. And her plan at the time was to go and get her certificate so she could do injectables. They changed it from a certificate to actual that you had to be qualified as a nurse, which was university, and I think 3 years or 4 years. And she even applied for it and everything. And then the whole COVID thing happened, and then that was the end of that. And now she doesn't even work in beauty therapies anymore. So I feel that Empress is showing me that you will pass, you will be desired in certain things, but you're going to be using multi-talented things with what you've already learned. Okay, so up next, and if I don't see anybody, if I don't see you again until later on, my grandson is arriving in, what is it, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days. So once my grandson's with me, even if I come to the club, I won't be going live. So I basically won't be live till after Christmas. If I can get live on Saturday, which is your guys' Friday, if you're in America or New Zealand, wherever, not New Zealand, if you're on the other side. Yeah, so I may be online on your Friday, my Saturday, if I can get a place where I can go live, because a lot of people are booking their Christmas parties and get-togethers early, and then people travel, so they get together with family weeks before. But then Sunday, my grandson's here, and then I will not be back online until at least probably the second week of January. For those of you that want readings that are on my WhatsApp or my email list, and I've done readings privately for you before, just reach out to me over that time, and I'll let you know if I can find space and get it done. But anyway, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to those of you that I won't see until next year. All right, Chris, what's your first question, please? I can't believe my hair's I cut this fringe thing. Oh, and it's just looking like straw again. What will happen with Kalon and I, and will he move? Okay. Is Bethel in the room? Is Bethel here? Let me know if Bethel's here so we can get hers done before I pack up. All right. Crystal and, is it Kaylin? Callan? It's like E-N, the sound on the end, but how, is it K? Kaylen? Crystal and Kaylin. Kaylin? I'll say it with my Aussie sound. Kaylin. Here we go. What's in store? I'm getting goose pimples, Chris. I haven't seen this kind of spread for a while. At the moment, underneath, as expected, we do have this 3 of spades, which would represent family or something and disconnecting. And the 7 of spades is changes going on that are out of the control. Okay. And this is sort of like something underneath it all. So I do feel that this may have to do with the family. It's a negative kind of feeling I've got here. These were underneath. So this is like something putting a stop to any kind of movement, because the 7 would be moving. But look what the first card is out, moving. And what's next to it? Him, Galen. He's wanting to move. We're going to call him the King of Hearts, even though he can be Jack or King because he's young. We'll call him Jack of Diamonds instead of Jack of Hearts because that's soulmate, even though that's what he may be. Kaylin. Okay. Yeah, so we do have the start is he's focused on, he wants to come. He wants to move. He wants to do this. And why? Because of love. Because he's infatuated, he's in love, he just wants this. This is the best thing since sliced bread. Look at all of this. The job. He's looked into that he can get a position. So he's working it out. And he wants a proper relationship with you. He wants a proper togetherness. He is sitting right here with you, him and you, looking at each other, discussing the further movement. So in a good world where everything's okay, he wants to move. He wants to be with you, in a relationship with you, start a life with you, have a job where you are. Yes, 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 yes. That's what he wants. Underneath, somebody else pulling a string, controlling, trying to stop this. If he can disconnect from them or her in particular, if he can disconnect, all systems are go. Okay, in the challenge area, the challenges are something beautiful. The 3 and the 9, which is normally a pregnancy, a family, committing to each other, wishes coming true. He wants to be with you, solid. He wants to make a solid document, plan, movement, job, together, babies, everything. He wants it. He wants the whole deal. It's sitting in the challenge for him. He wants it. His desire and want is 100%. So this is telling me, because it's positive, you got a winner here with this. This is somebody that really wants to do this. Moving forward, what will he do? He's going to have discussions. Some of them are going to be a bit off-putting for you, but not the end of everything, just disappointing. Disappointing. There is going to be discussions around needing to focus on how much income he can earn. Will he be able to still support certain things that he's doing? This is sort of like a bit of a disappointing conversation, but it's all sort of based around work and money and this third person sitting in the background trying to make sure that this doesn't happen, okay? But look at your outcome. Making the right choice, learning from the past, soulmate connection, 5 of Hearts, wanting to move, wanting to do it all. We have one little thing sitting here. Got this black 4. Now, there is 2 4s. This is something else pulling the strings at the moment. So what does he want? He wants to be with you full time, move with you. He's already looked and seen that he can get a job over there, move with you. His problem is what we discussed. But I feel that the positive cards outweigh that problem. And I do feel that it's only a matter of time when you get closer and closer. You need to have physical get-togethers as much as possible. Even if that means letting him live at your place and just go home to pick up some clothing or whatever. For this to get you to help him to disconnect from this chain that he's got around his neck, I feel that you've got to have more than just being on the phone. You've got to have him present and there, going from your place to work, coming home from work, and just disconnecting from what's going on over there. There's no, unless you don't want him there in your house or there's reasons where you can't have him there, whatever they may be. But if you want him there in your house and you offer that to him, hopefully he takes that and he moves in with you so that he can disconnect from them. But it all depends on how soon you're actually packing up and moving from where you are right now. If you're doing that too soon, well, you need to do it now with him being in the house. Anyway, let's see what we get with the tarot on him. Some of them are upside down. Helen, what's going to be the outcome with the relationship between Helen and Crystal? It's off to a good start, a little bit rocky. So what's going to happen with Helen and Crystal? I went to a new physiotherapist yesterday, Chris, and did a fantastic relief, very painful massage on the upper thoracic and got my head moving better, you know. But also was cheaper and even discussed everything, my lower back, my foot, my upper thing, without saying I need you to come back for that tomorrow or, you know. Anyway, what have we got with you and him? We have the financially out of place type thing. So what I feel this challenge is for him, it's twofold. Number one, he's got an income coming in right now. He does whatever he does with that money. He's supporting something else. We won't go into that online. But yeah, so he's feeling like a strain with how is he going to continue doing what he's doing with that family and move and be with you. He's also got this Ace of Pentacles sitting as a challenge. So it's not sitting upright. This would tell me he is concerned about securing anything right now. He doesn't want to say, yes, definitely I'll do it. He wants to do it, but he can't right now. I don't think there's any word as can't. I think that people choose whether they want to or they just don't want to right now. And it's not that he doesn't want to, but I feel that financially he is concerned about the well-being of somebody else, even though they're not concerned for him. But that's a good thing. You want somebody that's concerned for other people's well-being. You don't want someone cold and nasty, right? He wants to go on the journey. He just doesn't feel he can right now. The Chariot's upside down. So he wants to just slow this move down. Not that he doesn't want to do these things. They're just in delay because they're upside down. All right, buzzer's going. So let's just finish this off. Moving forward, it starts off with the little whisper of, I want to do this. I want to start with all of this. Girlfriend, going on dates, talking on the phone, meeting family, being together. I want more and more of this till we've gone from a little page to a 10 of cups. He has King of Pentacles in reverse. Now, I'm wondering whether this represents the the stepfather, is it? The other bloke. Because I feel that this person that should be supportive and strong is leaning on somebody else. That's how I feel that that's coming out in reverse like that. The other meaning could be he doesn't feel he can be your King of Diamonds in his current circumstance, but he wants to be. So there's two ways I'm looking at this. Either it's the stepdad and him leaning on him instead of taking care of himself, but I also feel that he wants to be your King of Diamonds, long-term commitment, move with you, be with you. He just feels restrained at the moment. Okay, outcome. He will make baby steps forward with things. He does have the looking to do things. Secrets will be coming revealed, Chris. There are secrets coming out. Moon upside down, like it upside down. And we also have something to do with an upside down King of Swords here. We didn't nominate anybody else in this reading. And I'm not sure whether he's aware of L or not aware of what's going on with L. But yeah, this upside down King of Swords, I just feel like it might be in your favor that if this is this person or the energy of somebody that's suppressing and saying you're doing this, that he's going to disregard and not be involved in that. And bottom of the deck, you had that. That's right. You had the King of Clubs, King of Wands on the bottom. So I feel that that is down the track. He wants to work, move, and be with you. And he wants to be your everything. So I just wish you found him and, well, he found you. I just wish that it was, you know, like he ticked all the boxes until there was boxes that are blank at the moment because there's a complication going on that has been a choice that was made by him, by them, and him literally tied to it. Let's just get these, and before you go to the next one, yeah, Miss Barbie, I've got one more for Chris, and then I want your question, please. If you would like me to, because I'm be finished then, if you'd like me to do Crystal's next reading and then turn this off and just record yours, let me know and I'll do that. Okay. This is just messages for you about him and where things might go for the both of you. Two piles, top and bottom. Top cards. The snake has come out. This is a warning about something slithering around in the background. We know what that is, but then we have the growth and stability coming. It's like this squashes that. The snake might be slithering around the tree, but it's not going to break in. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have secrets being revealed. This was upside down. So there is some other secret coming out. And then here, the focus will improve. It will start to see reasoning. I think that basically a lot of talking, face-to-face talking, not just about how much you feel for each other and how nice it is, but to get the eyes open to what is holding on. Because this adult person is making an informed choice that doesn't seem like a logical or a good choice, but he's choosing that. Even though his heart's desire is in a different direction. And yes, it's fresh and it's new and you've only been talking to each other since August or something, and only been sort of more together for a very short duration. But when you know, you know. And what is the worst thing that can happen? If he comes with you in whatever date it's going to be, I'm assuming after Christmas and New Year, and then you're going. If he goes and he's got a position there, what he needs to do is find out if something happens where he has to go back, can he return to that job or can he get somewhere else? Or, has he got some kind of security around his work and money to go back if he has to? if things didn't work out for whatever reason, you know, anything can happen. I know somebody yesterday that was crossing a road that they do every week to go and had a little girl with her, and a car started coming straight at them and they ran and she hit a car with her body and ended up at the hospital having x-rays and everything on her spine. You know, they went out for a normal thing that they've been doing for weeks, for years, and just like that. So you never know. You never know. All right, Chris, second question, please. It doesn't matter, whatever works for you. Okay. All right. So Bethel, what works for me would be to continue on so I can finish at once. General for January. Okay, wow. I was asked something yesterday at the physiotherapist just before he got me to get on the table to do the neck and stuff. And I said, do I look that old that I would be wearing that under my T-shirt? And I went, wow, you just made my day, made me feel 100 years old. He asked me if I was wearing a singlet under the T-shirt. And the only person I ever knew that in their 60s, 70s or whatever that would wear singlets was my old grandmother, who was 78 when I seen her wearing one. And I'm like 20 years younger than that. I know, like back in the day, I thought a 60-year-old was a very old person. And I mean, I'm not a young spring chicken, but I definitely don't wear singlets under anything, winter or summer. So I just looked at him and I went, wow, I must look really old today because you're asking me whether I'm wearing a singlet under my T-shirt, because if I am, to take it off. A lot of natural people, I did tell him that I'm into natural stuff and I don't believe in this and that. He may have thought that I don't wear bras because bras are seen as the devil by a lot of people with their nylon and wire and all of that. So that may be why he asked me, but he didn't explain, and but I didn't feel very happy. Okay, let's do the January. David Wayne, welcome back. Hi, how are you going? If you don't see me again, David, and anybody else that's watching, I'll be back next year. I might be online on my Saturday, which is some people's Friday. Can't promise anything, but if you don't see me Saturday, I won't be back till next year, I don't think. Yeah, probably first or second week of January, and then I'll be back. So Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy New Year. All right, Chris, general for January. Whoop. Now, Chris, are we nominating anyone, or we'll just see what comes out? And if we see like King of Spades sitting next to Queen of Spades, or Jack of Spades and Queen of Spades, we'll take that as L and his mother, or Queen and King would be you and L, especially if it's next to a court card, like a government card. If we see the King of Diamonds, we'll have that as C, or you don't want me to. We'll see what comes out. And if the King of Diamonds, because the King of Diamonds is a doctor, and you've said that, with this shoulder thing, you may be having something done. So it's logical that the doctor card might come out. Plus you were supposed to have some test next year or something. Yeah. So anyway, January for Chris, let's just restart that because I've been talking for 2 minutes. Okay, here we go. There's a lot of people out there now. I wish I shut both doors. So Bethel, you're up next. I need your question ready, please. Okay, next year. Going to be dealings with lots of new people. First up, we'll look at job circumstances. This is you in a new position. This is the contract. This is your commitment. This is the letter, the documents, the invitation. This is you here in the middle of it all. The two kings just simply represent management and what you'd be doing. And this is you loving it. This is also when we look at you moving. This is the contract with you moving. This is you getting help from male members of the family, possibly your brother and stuff like that, helping with furniture or whatever it is you've got to do. But I also see this as a gathering of family where you move. But I'm loving this. This is beautiful energy about next year. In regards to romantic relationships, I do feel that there's more than one character here. We do have the King of Spades sitting here, the King of Diamonds sitting here, and then we have you in the middle of them, and then we have the young Diamond sitting here. So I believe this is K, this is C, and this is L. One of them, well, the young Diamond one has the Ace of Diamonds and the Two of Hearts beside him. Wanting something solid. He's proposing something solid. These two over here, I think that there's going to be conversations. They're going to be okay conversations about plans that they'd like to make with you or like to do. But I feel that this is where everything's at. It's with this young one over here. All right. So I'm liking that. We'll just go straight to the bottom first. Something here, I feel that this might be to do with a female member of the family. I don't feel it's you. Something to do with some kind of sickness or something that is increasing. I think this may be this auntie that things are getting out of control again. I also feel that in regards to you, don't let anything, if you're told that you need a test for a particular thing, don't put it off. But I don't feel this is you. I just feel that that's something to do with that. The other feeling I get around this is conversations that are quite heated with a female in work, or it could be in family, it could be around Kay. I just feel that this is almost like a squabble. It starts off with you say, this is the right way, this is the wrong way, or whatever, and then it turns into like a tension type thing. So I'm not sure whether this is work or a medical thing or whatever, but it's just sort of sitting there. Okay, so your challenges in January. Your challenges are commitment and relationship with people. Also, someone not learning, not sort of learning a lesson. We also have things that are hidden from view, people not speaking up or not telling you something the right way. We do have your challenge is making a firm commitment to people, to a job, to everything, like sort of saying, okay, I'm taking this job, commitment. I'm going to be living here, not too sure. This person's going to be with me, not too sure. So I feel that you're on an agenda in January, you know where you're going. You're just not too sure where everybody else is at with this. You're sort of like getting frustrated with it all. And you do have diamonds, hearts, spades, and clubs, which means a bit of confusion coming in as to which way you should go, who you should believe, which thing you should take on, and which thing you should let go. Moving forward in January, we have double red fours. It's telling you not to go overboard and not to spend too much in January, not to put too much time and efforts into something. So, just basically don't make a mountain out of a molehill with something. If someone tells you something and it pisses you off, that pisses me off, deal with it, but don't fester on it. Don't let it build. But also financially, don't overextend yourself financially in January. If something's going to, let's say with rent, okay, let's say you were told that rent was going to be, I don't know, $200 a week. And when you get there, they say, oh, look, new things came in and we had to change the rent. We've done a reassessment. It's now $300. Don't go, oh, yeah, I can pay that, and overextend yourself. So this is something about overextending something. I also feel that something that you want to be done and dusted is on delay. That could be to do with L. And there's lots more discussion that is like, this is done. We need this finished and completed. So I do feel that might be to do with L in January. Medically speaking, there is something offered here. There is something to do with pain. So I think this is the arm thing. It's not disease, it's pain. It might only last a short duration because there's something else better. Anyway, I'm not medical, so I'm not going to go into that about medical. Your outcome in January, we have new friendships, we have celebrations, we have happiness, we have a lot of sense of success and relief as well. Health-wise, this is things going very well health-wise for you. We do have a total ending here between you and the King of Hearts. Now, I feel that the King of Hearts in this circumstance would represent husband. This is the first time I've seen the two black twos come out in regards to L. So I do feel that in January you're going to see that that is finally coming to a close. I've never seen that come out before. It's always been pushed forward, delay, being sent love songs, all the rest of it. So I do feel that that's what that means, okay? Even though that's not the King of Swords or Spades or whatever, I just feel that because normally if that comes out for anybody's reading and they haven't nominated anyone, I always say that if they're married, that's the husband, okay? Same as the Queen would always, Queen of Hearts would be you, regardless of what the Queens actually mean on their own. Okay, let's see what we got here. Up next, we got Bethel with her reading. So we're doing it here. Have we got a question for you, Bethel? Okay, are they all upside down? Well, some are, some aren't. January and Crystal. What can she expect? January and Crystal. So it's a bit of a up and down, highs and lows. There is some confusion right at the beginning that's very challenging for you. Like, should I just move on from this and forget it? Or should I keep on with it? Okay. Have I got them all upside down? I think I have. Okay. Okay, so in your challenge area for January, bottom of the deck, we have the strength, going from strength to strength and building. First card up, we have the commitments and things going on, documents being signed, new job, new place, new everything. We have a lot of conversations going on, a lot of planning going on, a lot of work going on in January. We do have an Ace of Cups upside down. Because you've got two aces, I feel that this is a good sign, but it's also a delay. So I feel that this might represent the connection between you and Kay, because I feel that this is wanting to make a firm plan, but it's just not there. So I feel that that's that. And I feel it's also a bit of disappointment there in the love life in January because it just hasn't sort of started the way you want it to. We do have the Fool, so you do have your new beginnings in January, new movement, everything, fresh start. We do have the King of Pentacles sitting centre. Now, as I said before, he's not sitting next to anything to do with marriage or relationships. He could be something to do with medical. There's going to be medical things going on in January. He also could be the boss. So you had the new beginning with the new boss, the new energies, the new working situation. Very good energy. Up next, there is some frustration going on for you. Hangman, as you know, is telling you to sit tight and wait. Hangman in reverse is basically like, I've had enough of this. When are we doing it? Okay. So I think that may have something to do with a decision being made. Your outcome, there's going to be some travel. It may be just traveling to the new place to live. It may be traveling backwards and forwards as well. And it may even be a pleasure trip. We also have concerns around financial things. Now, you did have that thing about don't go overboard with spending and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, just be careful with your financial situation. Make sure you've looked into that and what you can afford, what you can't afford, and what's going on. But Six of Pentacles also, to me, is where enough of the giving, enough of the, okay, yeah, I will help you. Oh, yeah, I will support this or whatever. This may have something to do with Kay, that it gets reversed where he starts to realize that it's not his responsibility as a grown man to have to support this. It's not because of some kind of health issue or something like that. It's because of choices that those people are making. So I think that maybe that has something to do with you having discussions to help that person understand and realize where it's coming from. You do have Four of Wands in reverse. I feel this may be about the ending of a connection, is coming towards the end of January. And lastly, just messages too from the top and bottom. You resent it in WhatsApp. Okay, I'll quickly look at that in a minute. Last messages for you, Chris. Okay, bottom. So your top messages are something happening in time. We've just had our full moon phase, so I feel that this is in a month's time. Something you've been waiting for is finally eventuating. It's nothing to do with the moon in the other deck. This is more about patience and timing and things happening. You will be celebrating something and feeling very loved and very secure and, you know, just enjoying beautiful foods and romance. And so this could be under the moonlight. So in a phase of another moon, 28 days from now, or whenever full moon is in January, I'm not sure. Yeah, you may be having a very nice time. Put it that way. I didn't know how to put it. You do have some burden hanging around in January, some things annoying, but you also have the stability card sitting there for January, the growth, the understanding, the new. This is putting your roots down somewhere. This is working together with new people. This is looking after your own health, looking after yourself. And this is growth and learning. Anyway, very nice. All right, let me quickly look at Bethel's and then we're finished for the day. Okay. Oh, I've got to get up from this chair. All right, so you just want whatever comes from this chair. All right, so you just want whatever comes out, and you do have a proceeding going on in a week's time. You want to see if it's settled or whatever. So we'll just do. I'll separate the cards to do two sections because you're asking for something separately there. So we'll do just a mini on one side for the settlement thing. So we'll just halve the cards and I'll put them out and then I'll put what's left back together to do the rest of it. I like it. Every card's red. Well, I hope that's correct. And this is just general messages for Bethel. All right. This looks a bit hard, but over here, the first card's out. I said a little mini read on this thing next week. Your first three cards out are what you're hoping for, what the plan is. This is payout. This is judgment, and that's basically a lawyer. So this is good. This is what you're hoping for. This is the challenges you're trying to face. Of that, it's going to be productive. You have a nice surprise coming in. We've got Jack and King of Diamonds sitting together. So this is something being very balanced and fair. So this is information coming in. It's a surprise. It's a nice surprise. So there's some sort of nice surprise here. The double kings would represent something to do with a work thing and what the rules are and what the law is. Your outcome cards are showing you sitting between the Ace of Diamonds and the Seven of Hearts. So this is things you planned that went your way. So I really hope and pray that this is correct because this is things going the way you plan. Ace of Diamonds is like winning the lottery and you're sitting here like, you know, I did it. It's done. And underneath, nothing sinister underneath, we've got the Five of Diamonds. Five of Diamonds is apologies. It can be like if you went for a court case, this would be a payment for suffering, okay? So this would be like an apology in a financial way. So it's also something to do with a new job, new position, or reinstating, or whatever it is. But yeah, all of these are positive to do with the proceedings next week. So I'm very positive about that, and I hope that that's correct for you. Okay, now looking in general terms about what might come, we have a sort of a double-ended friendship weird thing going on here. This is you looking this direction, and this is him looking that direction. It's a nighttime energy. Between you, there is a connection, but neither one of you are looking at that connection. It can mean a reconciliation between you and someone from the past, even a family member where you're meeting up and deciding to let bygones be bygones, but I don't like that you're looking at opposite ends. You also have some kind of gossip and bickering going on from some female that possibly at night time, and to do possibly with this male. But yeah, also this can be that you need to take care of your well-being at the moment. Don't overindulge in chocolate and candy and whatever it is you like to do at Christmas time, like the rest of us. For me, it would be prawns, shrimp. Very bad for cholesterol, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd eat them every day if I could afford them. But yeah, I think this is something to do with celebration and happiness, but it's also that just to, lower things down a bit. This is going overboard, and this is sort of more structured with what you're doing. There's nothing really to do with work there in the general part of the reading. Here in your challenges are work and a female, and just differences of opinion and arguments, and just feeling like frustrated with somebody doing the wrong thing. It's sitting in the negative area of what you might be challenged with in the coming weeks or months. Moving forward, we have a change that is coming, part of a financial change that's in your favor. Something else, possibly relationship sort of status, is somebody else is pulling the strings here, and no matter what you're wanting or whatever, they're sort of doing it their way. So I feel that this is to do with something that just doesn't work, but this is about a financial change in your favor that's coming. You may actually be moving where you thought you were going. It's going to happen, but it's not exactly where you thought you were going. So let's say you wanted to go to Paris to live for 12 months. This would be Paris, not happening. This would be Italy instead. That would happen, okay? So it's something will happen in your favor, but not the original plan that you had. Your outcome cards are all about some kind of love and romance going on, having dinner, food, enjoyment, laughs and fun. There is someone in the background that you are getting rid of. You are cutting ties completely and done. I feel this may be a new romantic thing starting. It's not solid. It's just going out, enjoying. We're nearly finished the reading. That was my husband ringing to say we're going. There's a lot of work and stress and paperwork and things going on, and you are well adapt to do what you need to do. Let's quickly do these. Okay, what do we got? Okay, so in your tarots, you have in the middle card, you have the King of Cups in your future reference. I feel this is a new inspiration, a new feeling, a new thing. It also can be someone concern for you and your well-being and supportive without anything that they want for themselves. Any back-breaking things are about to be over. It's reached its peak. It's done. It's dusted. It's all done now. You will be going on some kind of journey. I feel this is a journey within yourself and a change. You may start a new exercise routine, or you might start on a new diet, or you might venture out into something new or start doing yoga or whatever. You are being told to just slow things down and just be patient and wait, because all good things will finally come. We do have manifesting new things. I've got phone calls coming in. We also have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Be very careful with this character. I feel that this is just a player. I'm hoping that the new person coming in is not this person. I wouldn't trust this person as far as I could throw them, basically. And then we do have you feeling quite annoyed by the energies of this person. We've got them both upside down. She is peed off, and he is offering but not really, yeah. And lastly, for you, just to finish off and then we're done. Lucky I didn't take any more on. I knew I was going to be pushing it, getting this last one done. Okay, messages for Bethel. What else does she need? Yep. You have the new romantic man. Be very careful, because this man can be about himself. He can be a lover boy. He can be wonderful, but just be careful. Sometimes they're too much about themselves. You have news you've been waiting for coming in and wishes coming true at the same time. So I'm wondering whether this is the court thing or jobs or whatever, but this is really good energy. You do have one bad card. You do have the annoying things going on. Anyway, that's you. Now, if I don't see anybody that's watching right now, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I will be back in the first or second week of January. Not sure how often I'll get on. All depends on my health and well-being and whether I injure myself and things like that, or the injuries I've got. I might be on Saturday, not sure. All right, I'm out of here. Take care. Thank you, Chris, and bye for now.